Okay, Bear here. Last time I was thinking of using LinkedIn. Basically, the idea was to look at, find company pages, look at people, and then once we see people, we look at sort of their background and make an inference of are they likely to have hired? Like if we look at this person here, we would go down and we would say, okay, he got a master's from University of Oklahoma, but a bachelor's in India. So he's very likely international. And since he's very likely international, it's very likely that Visit has hired some international people because it looks like they have hired an international person. But LinkedIn, as usual, is useless. So they have an API, but their API is only for if you want to spam people like me. So even if I want to pay them to get this data, they don't allow me to do that. I could create a crawler, which has crawled it anyway, but I'm not going to do that. Um, the LinkedIn is LinkedIn. I should not be surprised that LinkedIn is basically useless. My entire LinkedIn experience is sponsored messages with have nothing, no clue is what I do. A lot of nonsense, corporate talk. We help C-level suite executives do whatever percent ROI, whatever. That's a daily experience on LinkedIn. LinkedIn even wants, when I post on what they call a cold marketing group, I think that's the name. Well, cold marketing means a spam. You're sending information asking for somebody who you know nothing about. You're just hoping 0.1% click and do something. That's spam. I mentioned that on this cold marketing group, and LinkedIn actually didn't like that, removed the post, et cetera, et cetera. So LinkedIn, as usual, is useless. LinkedIn, and this is sad, is LinkedIn could actually, their LinkedIn Premium or whatever it's called, what that should be, because they have the data to do this. It should be subscribe to LinkedIn Premium and show me highly tailored job possibilities for me. LinkedIn can do that, but instead they've chosen to be a spam site. So we're going to move on from LinkedIn. I shouldn't be at least surprised that LinkedIn is absolutely useless. So now that we've moved on from LinkedIn, what we are going to do is I'm going to filter down to just 1 million and above companies, remove things from Canada, remove things from the UK, remove things from Europe, remove industries which are highly unlikely, like, dining service industries, a lot of real estate, oil industries, some industries which aren't allowed to hire, is you have to get sort of U.S. security clearances and get, all that stuff. So we're going to narrow it down. I'm going to do that tonight. My work process is to spend an hour or two at night doing this because I'm busy. I have 50 other things to do. But tonight I'll actually do the programming. But this is an outline of what the new approach is. So the new approaches want to filter down are, 500,000 things to maybe 10, 20,000 high likelihood, high value prospects. Then we are going to just start checking, is there a domain based on the name, just inferring. If we get something that matches, i.e. we get a website there, we'll then crawl the website. If the website text looks like it matches that company, we'll check yes. If not, we won't. But that should get us some just from the name, guessing from the name. Then we're going to look at Common Crawl. So we're going to take Common Crawl and go that way as well. Common Crawl is very, very large, so they do have the text there, but each one is a gigabyte, and they have thousands of those files. So that would require downloading a gigabyte file, going through it, deleting that, doing another one, deleting that. We may eventually do that, but not for now. We're just going to use their API to see what we can get. And then if we can't get from that, then we'll do the paid things. We will use the Google Search API, which I think cost, I forgot, I think I have the cost down here somewhere. But I can pay Google So, but at least Google allows me to pay them. They give me 100 free like searches a day. And so if I wanted to do this over months, I could do that. But it's not that. I think it would cost me maybe $50 to search for, 10,000 URLs to see if those websites existed. But we won't do that until we've done the free options first. And then we'll get basically the idea is to get a set of domains, crawl those domains to see if all of the text matches what we think they are. That actually has a big advantage for us because that will allow us to find the people pages, the job pages, all those things as well. So we can actually develop a better model because we can look at their job listings. If their job listings say, we're open to whatever visa stuff, then that's another strong indication that they're open to hiring visa stuff. It also gets us, their actual job listings. What I'm also going to do is put up a website for people to put in URLs and verify. So I've had thousands of students in the past. So I'm going to reach out and say, hey, and for the current students, hey, here's some URLs, check them. Here's 50 URLs, please check them. I'll create a Vercel website for that. So what the Vercel website will do is it'll basically, ask people to put in a URL and give us some information about a URL. Do you think they hired? They hired. I'll send that form letter. We already have that form worked out. So the basic idea here is basically to crawl the entire sort of web space of companies likely to hire international. So this may take more than today. I don't know. I only have an hour or two a day to spend on this. But that's the new approach. So again, to summarize, LinkedIn is useless. And so what we're going to do is just create a whole fresh new data set of, basically crawling a subspace of the internet, which is going to be the companies that are likely to hire international students. Okay, that's it. Take care.